Most people think self-love means indulgence, that to love yourself is to treat, to rest, to reward. But true self-love, the Stoic kind, is not soft. It's discipline disguised as compassion. It's silence where others seek validation. It's saying no when comfort begs you to say yes. Because the truth is, self-love is not about feeling good, it's about becoming good. The modern world confuses pleasure with care. You scroll, you eat, you distract, thinking you're healing. But the Stoics knew, anything that numbs you from your own weakness is not care, it's avoidance. And the longer you avoid your reflection, the more you lose your power. This is not a sermon, it's a dissection. 7 habits that transform self-love from something emotional into something unshakable. Habits that train your mind to stand alone in clarity, not drown in noise. By the end of this, you'll see what the Stoics always saw, that love for the self is not built through praise or comfort, but through the daily act of mastering one's impulses. Because when you stop needing the world to validate your worth, you stop being breakable. These are the 7 Stoic habits of self-care. Not to feel better, but to become better. Habit 1. The habit of saying no to chaos. Every day, something tries to claim you. People, notifications, arguments, noise. The modern world worships chaos. It rewards distraction and punishes stillness. But a Stoic learns to guard their time like a soldier guards his post. Because peace once lost is not easily recovered. Imagine your mind as a fortress. Every unnecessary meeting, every toxic conversation, every endless scroll, each one is a gate left open. Chaos doesn't always arrive screaming. Sometimes it walks in politely, dressed as obligation. And every time you say yes to what drains you, you betray the self you're supposed to protect. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." But he didn't mean laziness. He meant focus, doing fewer things with greater presence. The Stoic does not run from the world, but chooses what is worthy of entry. Saying no is an act of self-care, sharper than any spa or escape. Because it's not about withdrawal, it's about preservation. The moment you start filtering your life through discipline instead of impulse, your energy begins to rise. To love yourself is to protect your peace before you lose it. To say no, not out of bitterness, but out of wisdom. For what you allow is what defines you, and a mind that guards its gates can never be conquered. Habit 2. The habit of sitting in silence. Most people fear silence because it forces them to meet themselves. They fill every gap with noise, music, chatter, screens, anything to drown the hum of their own thoughts. But silence is not emptiness, it's a mirror. It reflects the truth we spend all day avoiding. Seneca once wrote that, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. The same is true for the mind. When your attention is scattered, your strength dissolves. But when you sit in stillness, truly sit, you begin to hear what's real. Your anxieties, your patterns, your buried clarity. Imagine turning off every distraction for 1 hour. No phone, no conversation, just the sound of your breathing. At first, the mind resists. It panics. It tries to escape. But that discomfort, that's your soul detoxing from dependency. You've become so accustomed to stimulation that peace feels foreign. The Stoics practiced silence not as withdrawal, but as sharpening. It's in quiet that the fog clears, that wisdom speaks. When you learn to be alone with yourself, you stop needing constant reassurance. You stop running from the voice inside and start mastering it. True self-care is not found in noise, but in noticing. In the discipline of pausing long enough to understand what truly matters. Silence is not the absence of sound, it's the presence of awareness. Habit 3. The habit of choosing pain over comfort. There is a quiet kind of power that comes from choosing discomfort on purpose. In a world that worships ease, pain has become the enemy. But to the Stoics, pain was never punishment, it was preparation. Every challenge, every hardship, every sting of discipline is a blacksmith shaping the metal of your character. Think of the bodybuilder who lifts beyond comfort, the writer who sits through the emptiness of a blank page, the soldier who rises before dawn. They are not chasing pain, they are embracing growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action." In other words, the obstacle is the path. Most people love themselves only when life is gentle. But the Stoic learns to love themselves even when life is cruel. Because they see struggle as proof they are still alive, still capable, still being refined. Avoiding discomfort might keep you safe, but it also keeps you small. When you start choosing pain in small doses, waking early, speaking truth, holding discipline, you're not punishing yourself. You're declaring, I am capable of more than comfort allows. Self-love is not soothing weakness, it's strengthening will. The one who endures voluntarily becomes unshakable when suffering is forced. Pain will visit everyone, but only the disciplined will greet it as an ally. Habit 4. The habit of detaching from praise and blame. There's a hidden slavery most people never question, the addiction to being liked. The modern mind lives chained to feedback loops, hearts, views, opinions, approval. We have mistaken visibility for value, and yet the Stoics warned long ago that the one who lives by the opinion of others will die by it too. Epictetus said, if you wish to be free, care not for what others think of you. Because the moment your peace depends on another's reaction, you've already surrendered your power. Praise feels good, yes, but it's a drug that demands constant renewal. And blame, its twin, can destroy the same fragile ego that once basked in applause. Imagine two people, one praised for success, one criticized for failure. Both are controlled by the same force, external judgment. Neither truly free. But the Stoic understands that the measure of a person lies in their character, not in their reputation. To detach doesn't mean to be indifferent. It means to stand rooted in your own principles, steady whether the world cheers or condemns. It means acting from reason, not reaction. Modern life will tempt you to chase validation like oxygen, but your worth does not fluctuate with noise. True self-love is standing silent when both praise and blame arrive, unmoved, like a mountain in the wind. When you stop needing to be seen as good, you finally become good. Habit 5. The habit of guarding your attention. Attention is the currency of the soul. Whatever you give it to, you empower. In a world built to hijack it, feeds, ads, endless scrolling, your attention is constantly being stolen, sold, and scattered. But the Stoics treated attention as sacred. They knew that a distracted mind cannot be a free one. Seneca warned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And nothing is wasted faster than focus. Every meaningless argument, every clickbait headline, every comparison, each takes a small piece of your presence. You think it costs nothing, but it's draining the very essence of who you are. Guarding your attention is not about withdrawing from life, it's about directing it with intent. Ask yourself, at every moment, is this strengthening me or scattering me? If it's not aligned with your purpose, it's noise. A Stoic doesn't chase every distraction, they choose what deserves their gaze. They move through the world like an archer aiming with precision, not a wanderer chasing butterflies. To love yourself is to reclaim your focus, to take back control of your mental field. Because whatever commands your attention, commands your destiny. Habit 6. The habit of speaking with precision. Words are the architecture of thought. When you speak carelessly, you think carelessly. The Stoics believed that speech should be an instrument of truth, not noise. Every sentence, every statement is a mirror reflecting the order or disorder of your mind. In today's world, people speak to fill silence, to impress, to react. But a Stoic speaks to reveal clarity. They understand that speech is not power, it's responsibility. Epictetus said, first learn the meaning of what you say and then speak. Precision in speech is precision in self-respect. Because when you master your words, you master your emotions. Think about it. Every outburst, every exaggeration, every careless promise chips away at credibility. But restraint, honesty, and calm tone build authority without noise. The disciplined speaker doesn't need to shout, they command through alignment. Speaking less is not weakness, it's control. You pause before reacting, you choose before answering, you weigh before declaring. That moment of thought separates the wise from the impulsive. True self-care is not just about what you consume, but what you project. When your words are measured, your life becomes ordered. When your speech serves truth, your mind begins to mirror virtue. The Stoic's tongue is sharp, but never reckless, for a calm mouth reveals a calm mind. Habit 7. The habit of facing the mirror without fear. Most people look into the mirror only to adjust appearances. Few dare to look deep enough to confront what's real. True self-care begins when you stop avoiding your reflection, not the physical one, but the moral one. The Stoics called this practice self-examination, the nightly audit of one's actions, thoughts, and motives. Seneca advised, "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and go back over what I've done and said. This wasn't guilt, it was growth." The courage to see oneself honestly is the rarest form of love, because you cannot heal what you refuse to see. Modern self-love often says, "You're perfect as you are." But the Stoic replies, "You're capable of more than you are." The mirror is not an enemy, it's a mentor. It shows the gap between your potential and your excuses. When you face yourself without flinching, your envy, your laziness, your pride, you begin to reclaim your authority. Every admission of fault becomes an act of freedom. You no longer hide behind illusions, you rebuild on truth. To love yourself is not to admire your reflection, it's to refine it. The mirror doesn't judge, it reveals. And when you can face that reflection calmly, you've already begun to master it. Self-honesty is the highest form of respect, because only the one who confronts their flaws can truly transform them. When you trace all these habits back to their core, they reveal one truth. Self-love is not indulgence, it's integrity. It's the discipline of choosing what strengthens you over what soothes you. To say no to chaos, to sit in silence, to embrace pain, to detach from validation, to guard your attention, to speak with precision, and to face yourself without fear, these are not soft acts, they are declarations of strength. The Stoics knew that the highest form of care was mastery. To love yourself is to hold yourself to a higher standard, not to punish, but to purify. Because every moment you act with reason instead of impulse, you rise above the world's chaos. Modern comfort will tempt you to stay asleep, but your soul was not made for sedation, it was made for greatness, born through struggle. So train your mind, guard your peace, sharpen your spirit. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.